Don't scroll. I know you've been hurting. I know you've been carrying the weight of what they did. I know you've been asking yourself if they even care. They do. More than you know. Someone close to your heart regrets hurting you. Not a stranger. Not an acquaintance. Someone you love. Someone you trusted. Someone whose betrayal cut deep. They regret it. Not because they got caught. Because they love you. And love regrets causing pain. They have been silent. Not because they don't care. Because they don't know how to say it. Pride is loud. Shame is silent. They are ashamed. Ashamed of what they did. Ashamed of who they became. Ashamed of hurting someone they love. So they have been silent. Not because they're cold. Because they're scared. Scared of your reaction. Scared of your rejection. Scared that you will never forgive them. So they hide. Behind busyness. Behind anger. Behind indifference. Not because they don't care. Because they care too much. And caring too much without knowing how to fix it is paralyzing. They are paralyzed. Not by fear of you. By fear of themselves. They don't trust themselves anymore. They hurt you. They broke your trust. They shattered your heart. And they don't know how to repair what they broke. So they do nothing. Not because they're lazy. Because they're lost. Lost in their shame. Lost in their guilt. Lost in the mess they created. They want to come back. Not to the way things were. They know they can't. To you. They want to be close to you again. Not because they need you. Because they miss you. They miss your laugh. Your smile. Your presence. They miss the way you looked at them before. With trust. With love. With hope. They broke that look. And they regret it. Deeply. Daily. Desperately. They regret it. So take a breath. Put your phone down on a flat surface if you need to. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. And I am about to tell you what their regret looks like. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Let me tell you what their regret looks like. Not what you expect. What it is. It looks like silence. They haven't called. Not because they don't want to. Because they don't know what to say. Words feel insufficient. I'm sorry feels too small for the pain they caused. So they say nothing. Not because they don't care. Because they care too much. And caring too much makes words feel useless. It looks like avoidance. They avoid you. Not because they don't want to see you. Because they can't bear to see the pain in your eyes. Your eyes remind them of what they did. They can't face it. Not because they're weak. Because they're human. And humans avoid pain. Even the pain they caused. Especially the pain they caused. It looks like anger. They get angry. Not at you. At themselves. But the anger comes out sideways. At you. At others. At life. Not because they're mean. Because they're frustrated. Frustrated that they can't fix it. Frustrated that they can't go back. Frustrated that they hurt you. The anger is not about you. It's about their failure. Don't take it personally. It's not about you. It's about them. It looks like sadness. They are sad. Not the kind of sad that cries. The kind of sad that numbs. They have numbed themselves. Not because they don't feel. Because they feel too much. And feeling too much is overwhelming. So they numb. With work. With entertainment. With substances. Not because they're addicts. Because they're hurting. And hurting people numb. It looks like longing. They long for you. Not the way things were. They know they can't go back. They long for connection. To hear your voice. To see your face. To feel your presence. They long for you. Not because they're needy. Because they love you. And love longs. It looks like hope. They hope you will forgive them. Not because they deserve it. Because they need it. Not for your sake. For theirs. Your forgiveness would free them. Not from responsibility. From shame. They are drowning in shame. Your forgiveness would be a lifeline. Not because they're weak. Because they're human. And humans need forgiveness. They hope. Not loudly. Quietly. In their heart. In their prayers. In their dreams. They hope. And their hope is fragile. Not because it's weak. Because it's unexpressed. Unexpressed hope is like a seed underground. Not visible. But alive. Their hope is alive. Waiting for the right conditions to sprout. The right conditions are your openness. Not your invitation. Your openness. Openness says, I'm not closed to you. Not, I forgive you. I'm not closed. That's enough. For now. Don't scroll. Stay with me. This is where most people want to stay closed. Don't. Here's what their regret is not. It is not an excuse. They are not excusing what they did. They know it was wrong. They know they hurt you. They know they broke your trust. They are not making excuses. They are explaining. Not to justify. To be understood. There's a difference. Excuses say, I couldn't help it. Explanations say, this is why it happened. Not to excuse. To explain. They want you to understand. Not to forgive. To understand. Understanding is not forgiveness. But it is a step toward it. They are taking steps. Not toward you. Toward understanding themselves. They are trying to understand why they did what they did. Not to excuse it. To prevent it from happening again. They are doing the work. Not visibly. Internally. in their heart, in their mind, in their soul. They are wrestling with their demons, with their weaknesses, with their failures. They are fighting, not against you, against themselves. And they are tired, not because they're weak, because fighting is exhausting. They need rest, not from responsibility, from shame. Shame is exhausting. They are exhausted, not because they're lazy, because they've been carrying guilt. Guilt is heavy. They have been carrying it alone. Not because they have to. Because they don't know how to put it down. They don't know that you can help. Not by carrying it for them. By accepting their apology. Apology unexpressed is not apology. Apology is words. They haven't found the words. Not because they don't exist. Because they're too scared to say them. Scared of your response. Scared of your rejection. Scared that you will never forgive them. So they carry the guilt. Alone. And it's crushing them. Not because you're crushing them. Because they're crushing themselves. They are their own worst enemy. Not you. They judge themselves more harshly than you ever could. They replay what they did. Over and over. Not to learn. To punish. Self-punishment is not repentance. Self-punishment is pride. Pride that says, my sin is too big for God to forgive. That's pride. Because nothing is too big for me. Not their sin. Not their failure. Not their betrayal. My grace is bigger. They don't know that. Not because they haven't heard. Because they haven't received. Receiving requires humility. They are not humble. Not yet. They are still in their pride. Pride that says, I can fix this myself. I don't need help. I'll figure it out. That's pride. And pride blocks grace. Not because grace isn't available. Because they won't receive. They are not receiving. Not from you. Not from me. They are stuck. Not because I won't move. Because they won't. They are paralyzed. By pride. By shame. By fear. They need to move. Not toward you. Toward me. I can help them. Not you. You cannot fix them. Only I can. And they will not let me. Not because I am not trying. Because they are not willing. Willingness is required. Not force. Willingness. They are not willing. Not because you failed. Because they are stubborn. Stubborn in their pride. Stubborn in their shame. Stubborn in their fear. They would rather suffer than surrender. Not because suffering is good. Because surrender is scary. Surrender is vulnerability. They are afraid of vulnerability. Because vulnerability led to hurt. They were vulnerable with you. And they hurt you. Not because vulnerability is bad. Because they are broken. Broken people break things. Even vulnerability. Especially vulnerability. They were vulnerable. They broke your trust. Now they are afraid to be vulnerable again. Not because they don't trust you. Because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves not to hurt you again. So they stay away. Not because they don't love you. Because they love you too much to risk hurting you again. Their love is not weak. It is wounded. Wounded love hides. Not because it's ashamed. Because it's scared. Scared of causing more pain. So they hide. In silence. In avoidance. In anger. In sadness. In longing. In hope. But they are still hiding. Not from you. From themselves. They need to come out. Not to you. To me. I can heal them. Not you. You cannot heal them. Only I can. And they will not let me. Not because I am not trying. Because they are not willing. Pray for their willingness. Not for their apology. God, make them willing to receive your healing. Pray. Not for their return. For their surrender. Surrender is the key. Not to you. To me. They need to surrender. Their pride. Their shame. Their fear. Surrender. Not to you. To me. Pray for their surrender. Not once. Daily. As they struggle, pray. God, help them let go. Help them trust you. Help them receive your grace. Pray. And let prayer be your action. Not confrontation. Prayer. Confrontation will not help. It will escalate. They are not ready. Not because they will never be. Because they are not now. Give them time. Not weeks. Months. Healing takes time. Not because I am slow. Because they are human. And humans change slowly. Trust the time. Not because it's comfortable. Because it's necessary. Pray. And wait. Not anxiously. Patiently. Not desperately. Trustingly. Pray. And wait. Don't scroll. This is where everything shifts. Here's what you need to do for yourself. Not wait for them. Heal yourself. Their regret does not heal your wound. Only I can. Come to me. Not when they apologize. Now. Bring your wounded heart. I will heal it. Not overnight. But truly. One layer at a time. As you pray. As you rest. As you trust. Heal. Not by focusing on them. By focusing on me. I am your healer. Not a process. A person. Come. Not when you're ready. Now. I am waiting. Not with a lecture. With love. Not with judgment. With grace. Not with disappointment. With hope. Hope for you. Not for them. You are not them. You are mine. Come. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what you need to remember. Someone close to your heart regrets hurting you. Not because they got caught. Because they love you. Their regret is real. Not expressed. Real. They are hiding. Not from you. From themselves. They need to surrender. Not to you. To me. You cannot fix them. Only I can. Pray for them. Not for their apology. For their surrender. And heal yourself. Not by waiting. By coming to me. I am your healer. Come. Not when they're ready. Now. I am waiting. Don't scroll. Part 2 is here. And if you made it through Part 1, if you stayed when the truth about their regret was revealed, then you're ready for what comes next. Because Part 1 was about their regret. The silence. The avoidance. The anger. The sadness. The longing. The hope. Part 2 is about walking in your own healing while they find their way. Not waiting for them. Moving forward. Not depending on their apology. Depending on me. Not staying stuck. Getting free. Their regret is real. But your healing cannot depend on them. If you wait for them to apologize before you heal, you may wait forever. Not because they will never apologize. Because you cannot control their timing. You can only control you. And you have been waiting. Not patiently. Anxiously. Hoping for a word. A gesture. A sign. That's not healing. That's hoping. Hope is not bad. But hope without action is stagnation. You have been stagnant. Not because you're lazy. Because you're waiting. Waiting for them to make the first move. They may not. Not because they don't want to. Because they can't. They are stuck. Not by you. By themselves. You cannot unstick them. Only I can. And they will not let me. Not because I am not trying. Because they are not willing. Their willingness is not your responsibility. Your healing is. So focus on your healing. Not on their willingness. Not on their apology. Not on their return. On your healing. You are wounded. Not because you're weak. Because you were hurt. And hurt needs healing. Not time. Me. Time does not heal. I heal. Not a process. A person. Come to me. Bring your wounded heart. I will heal it. Not overnight. But truly. So take a breath. Stay with me. Don't scroll. Because what I'm about to tell you is going to help you walk in your own healing. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the first thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Stop checking for their apology. You've been checking. Your phone. Your email. Your messages. Hoping. Waiting. Wondering. Stop. Not because they will never apologize. Because checking is keeping you stuck. Every time you check, you reopen the wound. Not because the wound isn't healing. Because you're picking at it. Let it heal. Not by checking. By releasing. Release them to me. Not by knowing what they're doing. By not needing to know. You are free from the need to know. Not because you don't care. Because caring is keeping you stuck. Stop caring about their apology. Start caring about your healing. Your healing is more important than their apology. Not because their apology doesn't matter. Because your healing matters more. You cannot control their apology. You can control your healing. Focus there. Not on them. On you. Don't scroll. Stay with me. This is where most people want to keep checking. Don't. Here is the second thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Feel your feelings. Not ignore them. Not suppress them. Not numb them. Feel them. You have been hurt. Betrayed. Disappointed. Feel it. Not because the pain is good. Because ignoring it makes it worse. Suppressed pain becomes bitterness. Not because you're weak. Because pain demands to be felt. Feel it. Cry. Scream. Write. Walk. Punch a pillow. Let the pain out. Not because it will fix anything. Because it will keep you from getting stuck. Unprocessed pain becomes a prison. Not because you're trapped. Because you won't leave. You have been living in the prison of unprocessed pain. Not because you chose to. Because you didn't know how to leave. Now you know. Feel the pain. Not forever. For now. Give yourself permission to hurt. Not because it's good. Because it's real. And real is where healing begins. So feel. And let feeling be the first step. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the third thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Forgive. Not because they deserve it. Because you need to be free. Unforgiveness will keep you tied to them. Not them. You. It will keep you stuck in the past. Replaying the pain. Reliving the betrayal. And you deserve to move forward. So forgive. Not with your feelings. With your will. Choose to forgive. Even if you don't feel like it. Feelings follow choices. Choose. And forgive. Not once. Every day. As the hurt rises, forgive again. And again. Until the hurt loses its power. Forgiveness is not a one-time event. It is a process. A process that leads to freedom. Your freedom. So forgive. Not for them. For you. Don't scroll. This is where everything shifts. Here is the fourth thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Set boundaries. Not walls. Boundaries. Walls keep everyone out. Boundaries create healthy space. You need boundaries. With them. With yourself. With the situation. You cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. Their presence, even their absence, is the environment. You need distance. Not forever. For now. Until you are strong enough. Strong enough to be near them without being destroyed. That may take time. Not because you're weak. Because healing takes time. Give yourself time. Not by staying. By leaving. Leave their presence. Their influence. Their memory. Not in anger. In self-preservation. You are worth preserving. Not because you're perfect. Because you're precious. And precious things need protection. Set boundaries. I will not discuss this with you. I will not be alone with you. I will not respond to your calls or texts. I need space to heal. Boundaries. Write them down. Say them out loud. Enforce them. Not harshly. Lovingly. I need this to heal. Please respect it. That's a boundary. Not a wall. A boundary. Set it. And enforce it. Not because you're angry. Because you're wise. Wisdom protects itself. Set boundaries. And protect yourself. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the fifth thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Get support. Not from them. From others. You cannot do this alone. Not because you're weak. Because humans need each other. Find someone to talk to. A friend. A counselor. A support group. Someone who will listen without judging. Someone who will remind you that you're not crazy. Someone who will hold space for your pain. You need support. Not because you can't handle this. Because you weren't meant to. I created you for community. For connection. For sharing burdens. So get support. Not by hiding. By reaching out. Not by pretending you're fine. By admitting you're not. Not by being strong. By being honest. Get support. And let others help you carry this weight. It is too heavy for you alone. I know. I designed you. And I designed you for community. So get support. Not tomorrow. Today. Reach out. There is someone who loves you and wants to help. Let them. Don't scroll. Stay with me. We're halfway through part 2. Here is the sixth thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Rebuild your life. Not the life you had. The life you could have. Not the life they stole. The life I am giving. A life of peace. A life of joy. A life of purpose. Not the life of surviving. The life of thriving. Not the life of hiding. The life of shining. Not the life of fear. The life of faith. Rebuild. Not in your strength. In mine. Not in your wisdom. In mine. Not in your power. In mine. I am your builder. Not a contractor. The builder. I build lives. Not from scratch. From rubble. Your life is rubble. Not because you failed. Because they destroyed. But I rebuild. Not from nothing. From ruins. Ruins can be rebuilt. Not overnight. Over time. But rebuilt. So let me rebuild. Not by fighting. By surrendering. Surrender your rubble to me. I will make something beautiful. Not because you deserve it. Because I am good. And good creates beauty. From ashes. From rubble. From ruins. Beauty. Let me rebuild your life. Not the life you had. The life you could have. Not the life you lost. The life you will find. In me. Rebuild. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is the seventh thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Trust my timing. Not yours. You want to be healed now. Whole now. Happy now. I understand. But healing takes time. Not because I am slow. Because you are human. And humans need time. Time to process. Time to grieve. Time to grow. Trust the time. Not because it's comfortable. Because it's necessary. Rushing will only cause more pain. Not because I am punishing you. Because you are not ready. Readiness takes time. So trust my timing. Not because you understand. Because I do. Not because you can see the future. Because I can. Not because you're strong enough. Because I am. Trust my timing. And heal. Not quickly. Truly. One day at a time. I am with you. Every day. Even the days that feel like setbacks. I am with you. And I am leading you forward. Not quickly. But surely. One step at a time. Trust the timing. And heal. Don't scroll. We're almost through part 2. Here is the 8th thing you need to do to walk in your own healing. Hope for them without waiting for them. You can hope for their healing without putting your life on hold. Hope is not waiting. Hope is trusting. Trusting that I am working in their life. Even when you can't see it. Especially when you can't see it. I am working. Not on your timeline. On theirs. But I am working. So hope. Not by waiting. By trusting. Not by stagnating. By moving. Move forward. Not because you don't care. Because you care about yourself. And caring about yourself means not putting your life on hold for someone who may never change. They may change. They may not. Either way, you have a life to live. Live it. Not in the past. In the present. Not in their shadow. In my light. Live. And let hope be a background hum. Not a foreground scream. Not demanding. Trusting. Hope. and live. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here is what I want you to take with you. Someone close to your heart regrets hurting you. But you cannot wait for them. Walk in your own healing. Stop checking for their apology. Feel your feelings. Forgive. Set boundaries. Get support. Rebuild your life. Trust my timing. Hope for them without waiting for them. These are not suggestions. They are steps. Steps toward healing. Not a perfect healing. A true healing. Take them. Not quickly. Prayerfully. Not alone. With me. I am with you. Every step. Not watching from a distance. Walking beside you. Every step. Even the steps that feel like going backward. I am with you. And I am leading you forward. Not quickly. But surely. One step at a time. Take the next step. Not the perfect step. The next step. And I will be with you. Breathe. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. I am not going to stop. And neither should you. Because their regret is not your responsibility. Your healing is. So heal. Not in fear. In faith. Not alone. With me. Heal. I am with you.